a casual start. Looking to probably just, like he did in the pole 4, just build on it, get the rotation right.
Certainly got some more boat speed going this time, which is really good to see. And that's all we want, is Lockie just to improve and improve. And nice calm pedal. He's still got one. All he's got to do is get that rotation right. He's struggled with it a bit, but at this stage, doing clever.
Yeah, that's right. All you got to do is just get it through, get the rotation right, get into eliminations, and then his boat name comes into play, the old one chance. Because if you cock it up from the eliminations, then that's it. You know, your day's over.
Absolutely. He won't want to park up too early. It's a long way to drive to Auckland, and he's done well battle on. Oh, jeez, I'll tell you.
And
well, we might have.
Is he going to get out?
We said the word cock up. Oh, yeah.
He's going to try his best.
Yeah. He's waving. Yep, she's...
that's it. Shut down.
That's the end of that one. I'll tell you what we are going to do is, while the guys come and rescue Lockie, which is a bit... is say good day to our corporates today up atop there. Now, fantastic to see you and come, and I hope you're having a really good day. The racing is going to get hot, but we've got Prosper Mortgages, Probase, Drainage Systems, GJ Gardner, DK KJ, Carl Isuzu, Heinz Tanks, SVS, Wilton, Mackindale Ace, Ryko, Bowers, ITM, Valley Toyota, and the mighty NZ up there on the hill. So, hey guys, I hope you're having a fantastic time here. Things are going to get better and better and better, and we really appreciate your support. Come on back, and the weather's gone round us, so you have yourself some great old times.
You've been quite lucky with the weather. We looked at the weather report the last few days, and it's just been quite bleak. It's saying that it wants to piss down all day. But it hasn't shown up, so a bit of a blessing. Hopefully it stays away. There's a couple of nasty clouds hanging around us, but so far so good.
I've been watching the weather reports. The guys have got them with satellites on their phones and that, and it's been going around us. It's been insane. We've watched some big storms just go out to your right there, well, in front of us, but they're just going around us. So let's hope it continues. It's only going to get better and better from here. Next cab off the rank. Lockie gets back. It's a local Auckland builder, Tim Betsy Betts. So if you need a bit of a handy job done, I don't think you go past too nice a builder and too nice a bloke than old Betsy.
Your best bet.
Yeah, he's your best bet. There's no doubt about that.
Violet Tendencies is the name of the boat, number 90.
We'll have to dig a bit deeper on that one. I'm not too sure where that's leading, the old the name, Violet Tendencies. So, yeah. We'll have to find out with old Betsy tonight and see what that's all about. And a Macraft, 600 horsepower. Group A engine, his first year. Engine built by Coleman Marine down there in Martin. Done a lot of Jetsprint engines. But he has been the big improver. Another guy that's out here in his rookie season and battling away. But like I say, today, maybe his day.
Could be. We were lucky enough to have a club day last weekend, so it gave him an opportunity to try some things. I wasn't here for it, but a number of the Auckland Jetsprint crew turned out and had a good, decent crack. So hopefully, whatever he's done is going to be good.
Looks like it's worked for him. Like I say, I think it's what it's all about. If you can get help, if you can get people give you advice, anything.
Yeah.
Blade sizes, borrow gear, anything. It all helps in this game because, like you say, you get 5 chances to get on the peg. And Group A, as you know, is an extremely tough category to get into, and we're running with 16 boats, which go to top 9 very shortly. So after this run.
Yep. And your club days are where you got to practice really, and that's where you get the most help. Because on race day, it's generally quite hard to get advice from all the others because they've got their own game to play. So
absolutely, and that's exactly how it works. Righto, he's across the board. Betsy Betts with a 54.946. He's actually got the old fist going, so he's pretty happy in there actually. So he's obviously set himself a goal after lunch, and go from there. Righto, great Uncle Tony Reid from the Naki, Shifty's Bar and Grill, the hard charger. As he winds Blue Thunder up. He'll make a scream.
Give it a gutsful, mate.
Engineer by trade, and Andrew Blakey in there, who's a concreter. We've got a few hard Naki concrete boys working today, so little 406 Chevy. the one thing about Tony, he does a lot of his work himself. All his engine work, his building, his machining. He's a toolmaker by trade, so quite a handy guy. Very meticulous, as I said earlier in the day. When you look at the gear he's got, he puts out a nice bit of kit. So certainly this is a tidy enough run at the moment.
Come around the bottom here, looking to set up to make that transition nice and smooth. And I put the accommodator's curse on him. He got a little bit hoppy.
He did, mate. He did the old Jigsaw Hazard. He'd come out of there. He was looking for Daisy Duke out there on the sideline, but certainly there was a bit of leapfrogging going on. But as you bring around home, it's in one piece.
Looking for a 54, and he does a 54.210.
Well, he's just managed to sneak in front of Tim Betsy Betts there, so he'll be pretty happy with that, I think, when he looks back.
It's his best time so far by about 2/10. So
no wooden spoon there, so there you go. Righto, let's hope the Tisdales, they've had two absolute horrendous runs. They had a hose come off earlier in the day and overheat the engine, and they've had pull out twice in the last 2 rounds. So Clayton and Mandy all the way from the deep south. Clayton with a massive mullet that looks like it may go today.
Yep, it's open.
Cancer Kids Cure on Facebook, or Bookface as Sam calls it. So if you get on there and check that out, Teesdale Contracting, this is looking a bit better. Nicely around there. Of course, these hulls that the Teesdales are driving, the jet speed hull, they sit so much lower in the water, or maybe it's just the top of the boat, Sam.
It could be just a profile thing, yeah.
Yeah, I think it is actually, because when you look at it, it just looks like the bonnet and everyone looks way back. Of course, Clayton, a big long string being of a bloke, and he's wrapped in there with arms and legs. Yeah.
And he's cocked it up.
Yeah, oh, he has too. We've got arms up. Oh, he'd be filthy about that.
Pretty good at one stage. He's looking to rectify it. I'd say Mandy's in his ear.
Yeah, be getting
Comes
a bit
through
of
the squiggle there, son.
Oh, and there we go.
Look at left.
Oh, missed it again. Oh, yeah, no, he's that filthy about it. He's gone back to park up.
Yep.
There we have it. Clayton and Mandy not having the best day at the office. It's been an absolute torture for them from start to finish, to be honest.
It's 4 DNFs in a row.
Yeah, that's just so sad. They travel so far and put so much into the sport, and today's day at Auckland has not been much fun of them all, so that will be real crucial. I think that may be the end of them for the top 9, but we'll have a look. We'll get the results shortly. Top 8 running order for Group B will be Kelly Manel first, Bevan Schuler second, Hayden Wilson third, Jacob Simmons 4th, Tim Edhouse 5, Carl Beaver 6, Daniel Reid 7, Paddy Hayden last to run, number 8 the quickest. So obviously it's slowest to fastest. There's our top 8 for Group B.
Stewie Latham, James Hayden, and the Ryco Jet Speed hull.
Stewie,
it's rolling off a little bit on that back straight.
Yeah, I mean, you picked that up earlier, and I agree with you. It's almost like he's coming down and getting that slight little kick down the back straight. He's lifted there again too. He's coming off a lot of times.
He is. I don't know whether, as I just noticed out the trailer, that there's a couple of raindrops falling, so
yeah,
whether there's some sort of visibility issue going on there or not.
Yeah, no, I have certainly noticed it darken up, so things are going to liven up here. Things could change, places could drop, the rain, everything is about to go to a tumble. Stewie dancing around out there. He's a long way off by the stage. Coming around, hoping for a good 52, 53, but blowing out at this stage. 51.9, he gets away with it. So, yeah, so I think it's his best time of the day.
Definitely is.
Yep.
By about 13 seconds.
Wow. So there you go. He'll go back. You're right, that rain's starting to get thicker and thicker. We are getting a few drops coming now, so just starting to come in. It's all starting to happen. Ferganator, Ray Ferguson, he'll be parked up doing circles there in 151. Next cab off the rank, and I know he was chasing a bit of pace at lunchtime, so let's see what the Ferg has got there. But I know, Sam, as you know, this rain, if you don't have goggles on, if you go out there without glasses, shit, it can cause you some grief.
Pins and needles in the old eyeballs, mate.
You get down on 120, 135k with these boats, it's like hail sitting in the eyes.
It's a horrible, horrible feeling.
So about now he'll be realising, whoops, it's raining, and hopefully he's got a visor on board too, so we'll see. But I know Ferg, he was disappointed with the speed, he was getting out of it, wanted more out of it. So
and he's running the stylo helmets, which generally have a visor in them. So hopefully he's flicked them down. Otherwise, the old retinas are going to get a workout.
Absolutely. Nice tidy start. Let's see what the split's looking like. Yeah, he's got through. Probably his best split yet. So
22.685.
21 these boys were doing earlier, so at this stage he's a second off. He's nailed it. He's got through the split and got through the cutting nicely. This is it, mouth fresh. He knows he needs to do a tidy job here. Gets away with it.
Flicks that round very quickly.
Yeah, this could be his best run of the day, and he maybe saved his last till best, because earlier on in the day he was leading the whole way. 48.613. I tell you what, I know he was searching for a 47, but he'll know. He's just looked at the board. Saw his helmet go up, so he's not that happy with it. There's a few shakes going on.
A couple of shakes of the head, yeah, that's right.
The
Still slips him into P1, but there's definitely some fast boats to come yet.
Oh, yeah. Here he comes, Phil Dick.
Looking to be quick.
He certainly is. We used to call him Jim's Mowing because he spent a long time out there in the grass, but now he's Phil Quick.
I think he sold the franchise.
Yeah, it was a master franchise because he owned it for that long. Anyway, he's round, he's out. He's been the big improver. Phil's times are coming down and down and down.
Good bit of top end speed coming down the back there.
Yeah, notice he doesn't lift at all. You know, when we talked about earlier on Stu Latham coming down there, we could definitely hear the boat change and lift, but not at all with Phil. He hasn't lifted at all. Just there he did those.
Just there he did, yep.
Yeah. The tidy riding.
I think what he's been experiencing and on sharp turns, he's getting a little bit of slip, so I think he's probably learnt from that by just rolling off a little bit, loading up the jet unit, and getting back into it.
Ran out of nuggets there. He really cost himself some big time coming through the split. Oh, no, now he's gone the wrong way. No.
Now he's well
unfortunately,
lost.
Yep. The start of it was all good.
The compass is broken.
Yep.
Is he going to finish it?
Possibly congratulating himself a tad early and carried on past the old, giving himself a clap and then went past the corner maybe. I'm not too sure what happened there, but we'll call it that way.
No, I think that's it. Yep. He's decided that's enough.
He wasn't Phil Dick, and he wasn't Phil Quick, and he wasn't
Phil.
He wasn't Phil Slick. Yeah, that's Slick. You're dead right. So he was. But he did the trick, and he's heading back to the old trailer anyway. There's enough rhymes. Right, this is one I've been waiting for. This run here for a wee while. Elite Kitchens, Taranaki, shot himself.
Building further and further throughout the day.
Absolutely. Pulled that 47 out earlier, and I tell you what, if he gets calm conditions, can't wait to see. This should be good. He needs to pull another 47 low or a 46. Yep. He only had a second in it, and there was only a couple of corners that he had it.
47.664 was the qual 4 time, so...
Lifted on the throttle there, surprised me. Just heard it, he did a Stu Latham there, just pulled out of the gas a little bit. Gets into boarding nicely, beautifully around there.
Definitely no lift there.
This is the one, still no lift as he goes to tidy righty. Split time, 22.5. Not the flashiest, but it's good enough. It's where he comes home. This is the one where the nuggets, are they big enough? Yes, they are.
They are.
Through he goes. Nice and wide out there. He's worked out. You've got to go nice and wide to get a good run around here. Oh, a beautiful job as he rips in through Stinger. This
Looking
could
to finish strong.
Yeah, this is a good run. Just had one lift I've heard so far, so it's good enough to be his best run, I believe, of the day.
He does with a 47.6054, sorry.
Just about identical, was it, than his last run?
Yes.
Wouldn't be too much in it.
About 4/100ths of a second, I think.
Nothing, eh? He's looked over, he knows, and he probably knows he had that one lift, and he'll be looking for that 46, so he is so close. It is not funny. He's certainly driving those tight bits of the track beautifully. It's almost like you just coming up the back straight here. Stu's got, it's like they're seeing something and pulling out of it early or having a second guess.
Yeah. There is a slight little kick, just 3/4 of the way down that back straight, so you either pick up your plums and just charge straight down the guts of it, or you do roll off.
Yeah.
Because you know you're hitting that turn at pace down the end, so.
Absolutely. Righto, the Riddick brothers. Had a good quick yak with Dean at lunchtime, and he was a bit disappointed with his last run. Sam, he just said to me, you know, he thought he had driven better earlier. He'd slightly nudged in front of Ricey, which is his Taranaki fellow mate, who's chasing all day. But I said, you're just trying to overdrive it. Try and arc the corners rather than yank it, you know, and that's the key. I said, you're just scrubbing time for no reason. Boat looking trimmed up nicely. Split time of 23, so he's down half a second on Ricey there. He's lost half a second, pulled out of a little bit out of through the baldy, but he's got away with it.
Made a decent line out of it though. Let's see if he can keep the boat speed coming through here.
Beautifully around Mouthfish.
Yep.
Certainly done a nice job on the finish of the course. I think he's definitely going to drop back into a sub 50, but
Finishes with a 49.345.
there you go. So he's back in his 49 club and he's looking over. Yep.
Best time yet. So
Yeah, his brother Aaron just done the old Michael Jackson fist pump there with the shiny glove.
Come
So
on.
yeah, mate, he's back. The Joker.
the Joker
Andy
indeed.
Ryan.
Andy Ryan, Kerry Ann Allen.
Kerry Ann, quite the smiler, quite the achiever. It's quite a hard case.
It's hard not to be a smiler when you're around that clown.
He will have a crack. He will chase it down. He wants that 46 club,
Yep.
just like the others. So
He will finish the day as he started.
staying up at this stage, beautiful lines, boat speed looking good. First half of the track, Minter for the Joker. Oh, pulled out really early
yeah.
there. Very surprising. That'll cost him. There's his problem.
Split
22.
time.
So there you go. He would have been easier 21 in that split if he hadn't lifted there,
Yep,
Sam.
lifted a little bit too early, I think. Through the little wiggle, not too bad.
Round Mouthfish, tidy run. It's actually a real tidy run, but all he's doing is lifted a couple of times that have been real crucial. So I think when he looks back at the end of the day, you'll see what's cost him the time.
Yep. Nice finish with a 48.628.
Absolutely. No,
Slip him into third place.
he's still up there on the board. I think he's looking up. I think the best thing you can do is sometimes is go back to your trailer, have a look at that GoPro footage and actually go, oh, wow, I'm doing that. You know, I'm
Yep.
looking at, I've got another half a second there. It's incredible if you do not go through your data where you actually spot yourself letting yourself down. But certainly the Joker is capable of being right there in that 46 club. It's a beautiful machine. Heinz tanks are major sponsors, so good to see.
Former Blake Bryan engine.
That's right. Was too, yeah.
So there's plenty of boogie in it.
Absolutely.
Next up, the boys from the Deep South, Carl Brenzel, Hamish Murray, Maroon 2, number 32. Charging hard as they always do. Looking to smooth those lines.
Really looking forward to seeing the split here earlier on because he has really been the surprise package all day. I didn't pick him to be right up there in the top 5 and he has been. He's just stayed at it. Carl has like come here with a bit between his teeth and said, I know my hole's a bit older, 22.6, so...
Still in that 22 second bracket. But there's definitely a lot of time to be made in the second half, as we've seen.
Absolutely, yeah. I think they're starting to work on this corner down the bottom here, Mouthfresh. This one here, you can beat that water if you sneak into that island close enough. But it's about going into it's the exit and the entry that get you.
That's right.
Oh, a little bit tight at the end.
Strongly with a 48.247.
Wow, so Carl has snuck up there, so he'd be pretty. He's got into P2 at the moment.
A little bit down on his last run by about 2/10.
I just thought that final corner, I don't know if you caught it in time or not, he just took a bit of a snake. He
did.
grabbed the wheel a bit much and the back of the boat went out, and that's all it can be, 0.2 of a second. Righto, Jeepers, Creepers, here comes the MF King
Harry Hardcore Wheelans.
with the big mighty Jeep Cherokee backing him in and out. Keep an eye out. Hot
No
dog Harry.
doubt someone would have got a sticker. We all did.
I actually got a hat.
Want to swap?
Okay. Harry, nose down. Looks like he's trimmed the boat down to try and get it a bit more stable. Might cost him a little bit. A little bit of a pop as he come out of there, but the motor's been sounding strong and all day. Split will tell us a story.
The mid 22 with the 22.507.
We're all in the same club.
He's looking to really nail it through the squiggle here. Hook a left, nice line out of it. And here we need the setup in order to get that boat speed. But again, a little bit of a hop.
Yeah, that certainly cost him. He caught that bubble, and that's that entry, exit I was talking about earlier. You've got to nail it. This is the one they're all working on. That's the one. Still going to be a tidy 48 time.
The 48.416, so that'll slip him into P3. So there's a bit of a party going on in the old 48 second mark.
There is. This corner, these two corners, isn't it? It's the way they get through Baldy, through the cutting, and it's down here at Mouthfresh.
Yep.
If they nail it down here, there's that half a second.
I think through the cutting, I think it's just the man with the biggest plums at the end of the day.
That's right.
So we know that you can just charge through there when you get to the final. I think they're trying to make up time at this bottom end here.
All right. Speaking of large plums, I don't know how this guy bolts them in the seat, but I tell you, Neil Big Deal Marshall.
Cup holders.
Yeah, here we go. I wondered. I've never looked. Righto, too scared to look. Neil Big Deal, some call him Orange Peel, as he winds the Eagle Automotive Warrior up.
Nice and wide.
Great to watch.
Nice and tight.
Beautiful line down here. Is
Fully
he going to
lift.
do 21 split?
No, definitely no lift there.
Tighty whitey.
And it will be a sub. He's
21.7.
21.799.
We know he's on it. Big Deal through the cutting.
Nice. Let's hope the setup.
Here comes entry, exit. Nailed it. Beautiful. Talked to him about this in the lunch break. I said that's going to be the win it or bin it corner. Neil Big Deal Marshall looking for a 46.
He's bearing it, looking for a 46. And he does with a 46.690. So that'll take him into first place.
We'll take him in. I think he'll know he'll be happy with that. He'll still be happy with working on what he's got. I know he's desperately after a 45. It's going to take a 45, but he has gone one better, I believe, there.
Yep.
Ross Super Mario pulled a 46 last time, so he's just matched him. So those cup holders worked, obviously, that those teacups that he had there. And he's in it. So Ross.
Super Mario Travers chasing a 46.147 on his last run.
Radioactive, the boat. This guy drives like it's on rails. It just sits there. Some people just can't believe it when the clock finishes. It just looks, it doesn't sometimes look that fast, but he just blows it away and he does it time and time again. But have a look.
Seems so casual, he'll just throw it down time and time again.
Absolutely. He just sits back and lays back. Again, look at this, just carving. Look at it through the cutting. Haven't seen anyone attack that like that all day. Yeah, beautiful lines. This could be.
He's taking an inside line here, looking to break the.
Oh, he got away with it too.
Yes.
He will try everything that you won't. This is what he'll do, and he'll do it right when it needs to happen. Ross Super Mario Travers, 46.4. Look at that. How's that for tight, ladies and gentlemen? 46.4. Roscoe Super Mario just sneaks one out in front of Neil Marshall. Here we go. As he drove past there, because Neil was as he drove in. So there's a little bit of going on now. Let's see. Here we go. Rick Burke, the world champion, is going to have a crack. Rick and Alf.
In the whole world.
In the whole
world.
World number one. They'll be quick to tell you that.
Yep. Yeah, and you got to look at the top of the boat. It's got the world on it. Good job by them. Great livery on the boat.
Oh, absolutely.
Great setup. Great team.
Just sounds so good. And this is the bit you can't believe. You know, you see here Ross's and motor just there, and he does that 46.4, but this thing sounds like it's going to pull out a 43.
Spoke to Rick at their lunch break, and I said, "How's it all going?" And he said, "You know, it's just found a different type of arc, and he's just opening up the nozzle, waiting for it to slip, so he knows just to chime it back a little bit." But
well, I'll tell you what, we just got a 21.8 split, so I'll tell you what, Rick, Big Nuggets Burke is back, because the world champion in the world, the greatest driver in the world,
he's looking to prove why he is.
He wants to hit that 46 club. A little bit untidy down the bottom here at Mouthfresh. Just a tad, but it may be enough to give him the boat speed.
Very strong time of
47.024, but that's a massive improvement. It's a big improvement.
It could be a little angry, a little turn there.
Yeah, a little bit filthy, but maybe enough to keep him carrying on, I believe.
As he was saying at the lunch break, he said normally you choke your nozzle down when you're looking at top end speed, and he said he hasn't found any slip, so he's actually opening it up and he's actually going faster, which is throwing him for a loop, he reckons.
Yeah, well, he's dead right. He's at what he's saying, and it's we're watching him improve all day, and the boat's looking really good. But I mean, he's now only a second off. That's he come down? He was a 48 previously, I think, on his previous run there. Sam. Righto. Novus is the boat. 2NZ, Cy Gibbon, Tomo, the navigator.
Back in the silly seat.
Oh, mate, great to see him back in the silly seat. This looks lightning fast, this boat. It has done all day. Ex-Sam Newdick, Stinger, and of course, made a mess of that.
Bit of an early turn.
Yeah, a little bit premature there by Si.
Almost wanted to pick up the Jim's mowing franchise.
He did. He was trying to cut old Jim's lunch. But we've still got a 21.5. How's this? He made a mess of that corner, and he's still on a 21.5 for the split. So
rolls off.
Yeah, he's still got it alive. Can he pull the 45? Beautiful recovery out of that. I can't believe he's still up there at that split. That's incredible.
He absolutely cooked that in.
Absolute half second easy in that. Coming around with the finish.
Charging back with a 46.358.
Top of the table. There you go. You can mess a corner up. You can do what you like.
Still pull out a low 46.
But he showed us his crack all right. He pulled the whole lot out there with a 46.35. Si Gibbon. One to go. One NZ. Ollie and Jess. Sun Tough. PSP. Sam, this is yours.
GJ Gardner Homes. Drainage Systems. PSP. Biolitics. NZ1. Ollie Silverton. Jess Sit. Just a soft start. Seems to be the PSP way. We know there's time to be made up in that, so we just keep that up our sleeve.
I noticed that on a couple of runs earlier on. He charged that earlier. That is a good thing later on in the race to bring it out.
It's easy time.
We talked about Ross Travis looking so good on the rails, but Ollie's really caught up with him. I mean, Ross has done it for years, but I believe this year I haven't seen Ollie drive as good as this.
No, he's really come into his own this season. Last season was pretty sharp, but this season here he's just turned a new page and become an absolute monster behind the wheel.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, some of these lines today, look at this. He's just ahead of the water, calm water. Yep. Split's an absolute cracker. He's been and gone, and I think the 46...
21.021 for the first split.
Don't worry about 46 club. You want to join the 45.
45.001.
Oh, mate, 45 flat. You might as well call that a 45001. Well done, Ollie. Just turned up the wick, a full second on the other team, but I tell you what, there's 3 boats sitting right there behind him, ready to pounce. Anything can happen. Only takes a shower rain.